It's American Heart Month, and we are hearing about life-saving stories thanks to the innovative Lifeguard imaging scan. Now it's time to find out how you can get one for free. There is an innovative scan now available in Tampa Bay that is saving lives by detecting heart disease and hundreds of cancers before it's too late.
So what we're doing is we're talking to patients who have proactive health in their forefront of their mind, and essentially we're trying to scan them for early detection of heart disease and hundreds of different cancers before there's a symptomatic condition. The tragedy of those deadly diseases that are taking millions of lives a year is simply that when you get that first symptom, it's generally a heart attack that you're experiencing, or you have people that are discovering that they have a late-stage cancer. So everything we do is preemptive to the symptoms, and because of the scans we're performing, lives are being saved literally every day.
The passion to help others is personal for Lifeguard Imaging Director of Operations, Frankie Maldonado.
My father tragically lost his life to pancreatic cancer, which I understand is how you lost your father. Horrible disease. In fact, he's on the wall and the motivation behind Lifeguard imaging. My father was a very prominent surgeon in the Maryland, D.C. area and had the knowledge to recognize that something didn't feel right in his stomach in January of 1998. Went to his hospital where he was chief of staff and told them to take some images to see what was going on, and they sliced through with a CT scanner, not too different from ours, but the traditional scanners take very thick slices so gaps can be created. And tragically, when they came out and told him he was fine, one of the gaps I'm speaking of was on the backside tail of his pancreas, and they never saw it, and that's where the head of the cancer was. 10 months later, on November 3rd, my father was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and tragically he lost his life on December 18th, 6 weeks and a few days after that. It was horrible.
So lives are being saved and changed at Lifeguard Imaging, a place where you can be proactive and take your personal health into your own hands before it's too late. Joining me now in studio is Frankie Maldonado, the Director of Operations for Lifeguard Imaging. Welcome back to Bloom, Frankie.
Good to be back, Gail. Thank you.
So we are talking heart health all this month, and already we have had one viewer after the next come in studio and say that Lifeguard Imaging has saved their lives. I mean, it scans for cancers and so many things, but the focus this month is heart health.
It is, and again, we've heard the stories in our office. We've had some of the patients come in and tell the stories here. We'll have more coming. There are some in the wings waiting to come in. But Gail, we're truly blessed to be doing what we're doing, and it's through the value of these people getting their scans, again, without a single symptom. And the people who have had these tragic diseases, or could have been tragic diseases found early that has saved their lives, tell us they felt fine. They feel fine as they speak to us, and that's the thing. That's why they call them the silent killers. People don't know those things are there, that they're going on. Yeah,
and a lot of people might think to themselves, well, what I don't know won't hurt me, but that couldn't be further from the truth. If you come in and get these scans, especially annually, just like you would a mammogram or any other annual test, a colonoscopy, whatever you're getting screened for, if you do this annually, you have a baseline to start with and you can constantly monitor your health.
That is exactly correct. And one of the things I say is a patient who has a score of 400, 1,000, whatever that number would be, everyone starts at zero. So the person who's at a 400 was at one time a zero. Nobody knows the day, the hour, when that's going to happen. And it's exactly why we're scanning every year to monitor. If you have no score the first year, is it the same the next, and the next? And we've seen with our patients, the 5 years I've been doing this, patients will have zero scores for a couple of years, and then the third or fourth year, the number starts to develop, and then we capture the trend of it increasing. Same thing happens with the cancer. Clean arteries in the heart, clean organs within the body, and then we find a shadow, and we start to monitor it, and many times it could have been something that was deadly.
Well, I appreciate you joining us on Bloom, again, sharing life-saving stories and how this innovative scan can really help you take your health into your own hands. Thank you, Frankie.
It's a pleasure. Thanks, Gail.
And you can call right now, 813-524-1010, or visit lifeguardimaging.com to receive a complimentary heart scan and consultation when you mention Gail and Bloom. So don't put this off. Nothing is more important than your health. Call now, 813-524-1010. We'll be back with more Bloom right after this.
The preceding portion of Bloom was sponsored by Lifeguard Imaging.